Welcome back to Homestead Aquarius. Today there's 24 days left till spring, and this is one of the things that I'm doing to get ready for it. I'm going to show you a neat little thing that I learned too while I'm making this video. If you notice, we got clothespins here making out to 24, and one of them is a little damaged. They keep doing that, and I know that we can put them back together, but it's so frustrating when they break, and it takes some doing to get them back together. But I use these a lot. I use clothespins a lot around here to help me out with things, but they're always snapping in half, and I have to put them back together. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I saw, and I'm going to share that with y'all. Maybe y'all can use it. It's pretty neat. But today, one of the things I'm doing is I am propagating lemon balm, more lemon balm. This is one of my grow tubs that I think y'all seen the article that I put out there about that. Some of you have. It's a concrete mixing tub, and you can buy these at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you go. They've got plenty of them, about $6, and I have used these for so many things. It's not even funny. I've even used them for mixing concrete in. Yeah, but look at here. I've had these in the grow tub, these cuttings of lemon balm, for probably, I'd say, a month. I'm not real good at writing these things down, and I should be. The subject of keeping a farm journal is a very good idea. There's a friend of mine who has introduced me to the idea of keeping a farm journal, and I haven't done it yet. I'm going to, and later on in another video, a little bit closer to spring, I'm going to show you her farm journal and what she does. But anyhow, today, you see all this growth here. See how well it's doing in here? This tub grow system, it's a little bit of the idea of a wicking tub. Underneath this dirt is I've got a bunch of wood, a bunch of big thick branches, and then on top of that some cardboard. And the cardboard layer that goes about halfway in the thickness of this tub covers the whole thing, and what that's doing is helping me to keep the roots from these lemon balm from going down into that wood. What that wood is doing, now I'm experimenting with these. I've got some where there is no separation between the wood and the soil, and those are going to break down, of course, and it's all natural, and it's not going to hurt anything. But what I'm doing here is I used a piece of cardboard to make a divider between the roots and the wood, so maybe whenever I go to dig these up and transplant them, they will be easier to get out of there, and I won't damage the roots so much. And I've got some more ideas for that I'll show you later, but not today. Working out the little details and little problems of using these as they come. These are very easy to move around, although it's heavy. Okay, I don't normally take this out of the rack and just move it around. It's about 50 or 60 pounds right here. It's full of wet dirt and water. And one thing I've got here is I've got a bottle that, and the bottle has holes in the bottom of it, and you can actually see down in there what the water level is in the tub. This bottle sits on the very bottom, flat on the bottom of the tub, and I'll take a funnel in a minute, and well, I may not even show that. It's so simple. Just take, look. All right, this dramatic YouTube footage here. We've got a bottle and a funnel. And you just take water and pour it off in there. And it fills up very easy. And it waters from the bottom. So if you're using this for seedlings or seeds, you won't be sprinkling water all across the top of it and disturbing your seedlings. And one of the things I'm also learning is, you know, I used the natural dirt, here I go again cussing. I used the topsoil from the area over there by my grow beds. This is some of the soil that I took away from the grow bed area and then wound up taking back over there yesterday. But in the meantime, I've used it in here. I said, you know what, that potting soil is pretty expensive. You know, I need a lot more of it, and I've bought some more. But I thought to myself, I'm just going to try topsoil. And it works. It's wonderful. It's got all the bacteria, all the fungal life in it, the worms and everything. But we also have to deal with the plants that Mother Nature is wanting to grow as well. All those seeds have been sitting there waiting to come up, and I've given them a perfect place to do so. So that's going to be something to mitigate as a problem as well if I'm using the natural soil. But I'm going to deal with that. And then there's a couple of other ideas. I'm going to make that into another video. Today, I want to show y'all how to propagate lemon balm. There is a never-ending source of information out there to learn about lemon balm. It's a very powerful plant to have on your place, on your homestead, in your garden, or to grow inside your home. It's a wonderful cooking herb. It's also a wonderful herb to make teas with. You can make herbal tea with lemon balm. It's also got a lot of uses for insect repellency. And I've got another idea for that that's going to be kicking in here pretty soon. But this is lemon balm. I'm going to give a little shout out to somebody right now, and I hope she don't mind, here on day 24. Diane Holt, one of my good friends and a gardener, just a fantastic person. She has, you know, we've traded plants back and forth, and I got my lemon balm from her. And this is one of the pots of it. This woman is just amazing with her gardening abilities. I've seen a lot of good people with gardening, and I'm always amazed, and she's one of them. Everybody has their own styles and things that they grow, and she's just amazing. And anyhow, this was one of the things that she so gracefully shared with me for some of the plants that I traded for her. I just wanted to give her a little shout out. Diane, you were doing a fantastic job. Oh, rather, excuse me. Now she's going to be mad at me. Danny. I keep wanting to call her Diane, so don't hate me, Danny. Just wanted to give you a shout out there, but hey, this is life, and I got a goofy mind sometimes. But Danny, I truly appreciate knowing you, and thank you for being such a wonderful person, and you keep doing your good work out there. So without a whole lot more delay with this, y'all listen to this. Hold on, let's delay just a minute, because this is awesome. It's the first time I've ever had a greenhouse. And look, it's a cattle panel greenhouse. It's 8 by 16 roughly. Really like about 7 by 15, the way I've got it built. But anyhow, listen to that rain. Look at it, pooling up on the plastic. If you don't have a greenhouse yet, and you want one, I suggest absolutely go get you one. Make one. And in an upcoming video soon, I hope, maybe in the next few weeks, I'm going to show you a greenhouse design that I have come up with. I have never seen it done before. These cattle panels are amazing. They are about like Legos to me. Lego, PVC, cattle panels, duct tape. You give me that kind of stuff and I can come up with some things that are pretty neat. And I think that y'all can too. Let me get this out of the way here. And I hope you can hear me over all the wonderful sound of the rain coming down. Don't y'all love that sound? I love it. In this greenhouse. Now, before I start showing you about the propagation, let me show you this quick tip. Little hack that somebody came up with. I want you to look at that. Clothespins, you know, they do such a good job helping us, but they break and everything. But somebody has come up with this. You know, how many times you go to the store and buy some clothes and they've got this rack here. Look what you got on the end. Look at this. Take this, get you a pair of pruning shears or something, be ready. You almost need a face mask, and just give it a little cut there. And they're tough. This plastic is tough to cut through. So do be sure to, you know, protect your eyes and your hands and everything when you do this. But look at there. Look at that. You've got that strength of that spring there. And that plastic, that's a much bigger clip, and it's very powerful. I use a lot of these. So this is a way to reduce, reuse, and recycle something that you may be throwing away. Maybe it's a nuisance, you don't know what to do. Well, there's two really nice clips, and now we've got the rest of this, and this plastic can go back and be recycled. And you keep the good part. So anyhow, enough of that. Just wanted to share that with you. It's such a neat idea. All right, now there's different ways of propagation. Plants can be divided at the roots and set out as individual plants, cuttings or seeds, either way. And there's more than that. Some plants you can bend over, like a blackberry vine or blackberry cane. You can take one of the canes and put it over on the ground, set a rock on it, or bury it a little bit in the ground, and it's going to come back. It's going to grow up from where you started that. I think that's called tipping. And then there's air layering, grafting. There's a whole lot of ways to do propagation of plants. But Lemon Balm is a very strong grower. It's wonderful. Now, I put a bunch of cuttings in this so that they could grow out. Like I said, I'm experimenting with all kinds of different things. And they've been reaching for the sun over here, where the sun comes up on the other side of the greenhouse. I don't know, can you see when I'm doing this? Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to speak Italian here and use my hands, but you can't see it if I don't have the camera in the right place. So this was on the other side of the greenhouse. I'll move it back over here to my little work area. And, you know, it's been reaching for the sun. You know, that way, and then reaching for it back, you know, this way when it comes back across. But these are getting a little leggy, and I can actually cut these back and use these for propagation, and I think that's probably what I'll do. Let me show you. I've got these cups already set out here. Look at here. These cuttings I made, I don't know how long it was. Again, if I had my farm journal, I would be able to tell you. I'd have it noted as to how old these were. But I'm going to say about 2 weeks ago, I made these cuttings and put them in the water. Look at all those roots. These are ready to go. Ready to go plug into everywhere you want them to grow. And these I made a few days later. Put them in the water. Growing roots. All right. Let's check this. And this is a few days later. I looked at these earlier. They've got a few on here. You see those roots down in there? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's amazing what we can do. Now these, I just took these cuttings about 3 days ago and put them in the water, I think. And I do think there may be one or two little rootlets starting on here, but if not, there will be. I don't see any. So okay, we're going to wait another couple of days, and those will have roots. Those will have roots going all over the place and be ready to go. And each one of these plants, you save yourself a lot of money by propagating plants. Now, perennial plants that you can plant, plants that you put in the ground one time, and they are either native to your area or they do just fine in your area. They can handle the temperatures and the soil conditions and everything. They're perennial, and they come back year after year on their own from seed or by spreading from roots or however they do it. Those are what I like to call forever plants. And when you've got stuff like that you use for food or medicine or herbal remedies of all kinds, you only have to buy it once. Just buy it once. All right. Now, this little pair of shears here, real tiny, this cost me about $15, I think. It was in kind of a specialty store, so I may have paid a premium for it, but they have been worth it. They've been very well worth it. And it was a shop that I bought them in that specializes in hydroponics, and so I went ahead and bought from them because hydroponics, aquaponics, such a good thing, and I want to support local business. Sure, I could have got it cheaper, a cheaper knockoff at least, from Amazon or any place else, but it wouldn't have been quality. These little shears have given me a lot of use in a very, very quality brand here. Hydro Farm is what this is rated, is supposedly the name, but they're made by somebody else that just has Hydro Farm standing on there. But anyhow, get you a good pair of these, and you will not regret it. I'll take my cigarette lighter here and just fire it up for just a second. All it takes is letting that flame wash across there, and it's sterilized. So, let's see, let me get you in here to where you can see me making the cuttings on these. It's very easy. What you want to do, this one here, let me see where the camera is. Yeah, you can see that. I don't know if you can see real good here, but anyhow, we've got 1, 2, 3. We're going to leave this one alone. Well, we're going to leave it alone. 1, 2, 3 to make a short one. What we're going to do here, we're going to take this one here in the back. Cut it off right there above those. I'll just take you in here. All right. See, this was sitting here, and I cut it off above those two leaves there. And so this is the cutting I'm going to work with. All right, now put you back in here, reposition you, and you can get my wonderful hands in here. Maybe you can see everything I'm doing. All right, this little seedling of lemon balm, or rooted cutting, however you want to call it. I'm going to take it and take that leaf off. Take that leaf off. These two, cut them right back to the stalks. We don't want the leaves on there, those right there, because it's going to root out from every little nodule, or at least the bottom one. So we'll cut that off at an angle just below where those leaves sprouted from. And we don't want to leave a whole lot of leaves on the cuttings. We want to leave some on there so that it can still do some photosynthesis and feed itself, and but not too much. It'll stress itself out and it'll die. So you want to leave a little bit for photosynthesis and get rid of the rest of it. And then we're going to take this, and I've got a cup full of water here, or cup about halfway full of water. And let's see, We'll take a little of that out, put it over here. There we go. Just drop it down in your cup of water. Some people will show putting it in a glass, and that's fine too. And look what you've got. Every time you're making cuttings, you got these lemon balm leaves. You can take that right now, go wash it up a little bit if you want to, and you can make tea with that, or do whatever you're going to do with it. Let's see here. This tub. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to get out another pot here that I've got lemon balm in. Here, this big pot of lemon balm, and this will let me get some little bit better cuttings that are a little bit taller maybe. All right, we got one there, and I'm going to cut it right there. Set that one aside, and here, and here. I have so much lemon balm now, I don't know what to do. And if I keep going like this, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to build another greenhouse just for lemon balm. And that's a wonderful thing. Got that food reproducing itself, food and cooking herbs. If you've got too much of it, you tell me how that's a bad thing. It's not. That's all I'm going to do right there. I'm just going to leave these. I don't want to stress the plant out too much. I think a good rule of thumb that I've heard before is like the third. Go with just taking a third of something. Taking a third of a plant, so it's still got plenty to live on. You don't want to cut something back too far. All right, here we go. Easy peasy. Take a little. See how these little snips can work right in there? Okay. Yeah, we're doing this real. Look what I just did. I just cut the top of it off. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So I've stripped off the leaves, and I've taken my precision tool and precisely cut this off where I didn't want to. We'll do better on the next one. All right, drop it down there in the water, and let's just take another one and see if I can get this right. Look at there, more tea. More tea coming off of there. More herbs to put in your cooking. All right, now we're gonna get in here with this precision piece of gardening equipment. We're gonna slide in here. Yes, we are. And look at there. We got it that time. Yes. All right. Now see here. We've got another little sprig here, and I'm going to take it and cut it at an angle just below that nodule. And a lot of you folks that are watching my videos, y'all probably been doing this a long time, but many of us have not, and we're starting off in something new at different levels. And me, I'm in my 50s now, and I've started to do this, and I'm learning a lot. Now, I've known things for a while, known about growing things and having a garden and making cuttings, but this is the first time I'm doing a lot of it, and I'm learning a lot. And so, but we don't know so many things as we're growing up of how to do things, and so I don't know what y'all know, or what you don't know. So anyhow, to those people with great experience, I appreciate the fact that y'all have been there and are helping to pass along your good information and your knowledge. That's what life is all about. It's how we do things the best way, sharing that knowledge to the next generation. I'm gonna quit preaching. There we go. There's more of this. And a couple more cuts. And we're just going to cut off a little bit of this leaf here. A lot of times if you do just one or two leaves and you cut them in half, that's plenty. All right, down in the cup. So in this little bit of time here, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, made 6 cuttings. 6 cuttings, and each one of those, because of how well Lemon Balm does, each of those cuttings is going to start a new plant. They're strong, they want to live, and they do well. So if I were to go out and buy Lemon Balm, well, what are we going to pay for that? You get a little cup about that size, and it's got a plant in it that's been grown out, and that's a wonderful way. I mean, that's how we get started. But it would be foolish to keep buying it every year. You grow your own, propagate them. And in the case of Lemon Balm, look at all that. All that fresh Lemon Balm goes right into a tea. Just a little dirty right here, and I got others, so I'm not going to worry about this for tea. But anyhow, let's see. In keeping up with something that I should be doing all this time with the Farm Journal, we're going to put on here a big 24 days till spring. That's what I've done today, or part of it. What are you doing? I would love to hear anything that other people are doing, and share with each other our stories, and share with us what we're all doing. This is something I've shown you. It's what I'm doing. Very soon, all these Lemon Balms are going to go out into my hugel beds. They're going to go out there in the grow beds, tuck them in anywhere I can find them, and let them just explode over the spring and the summer. And I will have so much of this. So 24 days left to spring. This is what I've done today. What are y'all doing? Let me hear from you. Thanks for watching.